A quantity of unclear trimming of trading law include undertaken on close mythic statute in the Brexit discussion. Supporters of a not-deal Brexit say it would enable the UK to go on to trading in the EU out of tariff, taxes on consumer goods cross national borders, for up to 10-year time the two sides agreed a constant next trading treaty. So which is the all-on? The key spot is how you requirement a trading treaty in procedure to do use of paper 24, and the EU would be by no commitment to accept whatever in the UK in the ramifications of a not-deal Brexit. In some speech, if the UK foliage the EU in no transactions, and thus no trading treaty, it will not be capable to use paper 24. Instead of it will drop behind on the main rules of the Planet Trading Organization, WTO, the house blocks of world trading. The WTO has 164 members, and every of them has a listing of tariff and quotas, framework on the sum of consumer goods sold, how they use to some countries. In the occasion of no transactions, the UK could select to go on using null tariff to consumer goods creature imported of the EU in procedure to minimize destruction to trading and prices. But by rules set out in Paper 1 of GATT, that are usually named as largest preferred nationality, MFN, rules, it would include to propose the identical regulation to the otherwise of the planet. So which is the issue in how? If not one had to pay whatever to get consumer goods in the UK, it would surely indicate more profitable imports. But it would as well put a lot of UK companies, how were incapable to competitive in inexpensive imports, out of industry. It is as well cost. Remember how down there would be no commitment on some countries to propose the UK the identical rate-free accessing in back. Down there are of year ways to circumvent MFN rules and do particular deals, and the is wherever paper 24 comes in. It allows countries or trading blocks to accept reduce, or null, rates in some countries, or blocks, if they set up a customs officer association or a complementary trading region, or if they include an intermediate treaty, that acts as a walking rock to a constant treaty in the next. How World Trading planned, and the WTO's own database shows how 311 complementary trading agreements include been informed by paper 24. But you do requirement to include a transactions, at low in concept, to get benefit of paper 24. The UK outgoing the EU in no transactions suggests down there would constitute so, no transactions. Or to put it in the speech of Peter Ungfakern, a ex-WTO secretary formal, no transactions tool down there is no treaty in the EU and thus GATT paper 24 doesn't use. Or, to country the evident, to include a transactions, you requirement both of sides to accept, the UK cannot apply paper 24 on its their own. Supporters of a not-deal Brexit are wager how the EU would be acute to do a fast, main trading transactions if the UK foliage out of any departure treaty. But how is not which the EU by itself is proverb. The some wide spot to believe is how paper 24 applies to the trading in consumer goods just. It has no impact on the trading in services, or on some essential issues such as regulation and standards. It has been attached to intermediate agreements just on uncommon occasions with the WTO was set in 1995 and never to whatever coming the scope of the UK-EU trading relation. It though quotes Theresa May proverb, this issue of GATT 24 is maybe not rather as easy as several may include understood it to constitute. But how may not halt it creature quoted as a decision on a routine base.